Yo, what's up, everybody out there? Tommy from the Bronx coming at you once again. Uh, well, my aunt just passed away, and another victim to diabetes and kidney failure and everything else. Yeah, I mean, yeah, my father died, and a lot of people out there probably remember how I reacted with my father, and it was heartbreaking, gut-wrenching. I mean, that was the worst thing. I still am not fully recovered from that, and we're talking 3 years ago. Maybe 4, 3, I don't even remember. But, so my father's sister just passed away, and she was a very important person in my life. While my parents were going through a divorce and stuff like that, she helped raise me. When my stepfather was very, very, very badly physically abusing me, she took me out of the house and took care of me for a bunch of years, and so I consider her very important in my life. The only thing is, I'm sort of feeling guilty. Why? I mean, I'm upset. Don't get me wrong. I'm upset. I loved her, and she was a great person. I guess you just can't compare the emotions when my father died. She suffered for a long time. She was very overweight. Her legs were real bad, and if people know about diabetics, they get them purplish legs and down at the bottom because of poor circulation. She had that. I mean, it's gotten so bad. It got so bad that they were actually black. And I'm surprised. At 72 years old, she still had both legs. I mean, I've seen people with legs removed before that period, before that the blackness and everything else, whatever. She ended up having kidney failure. Diabetes is people say it's controllable and this and that and this and that. Yeah, it's controllable, but the thing is, see, my father took care of himself too. I mean, but it still got him. It just gnaws at your organs, and the medicine doesn't help. The medicine they use actually affects the kidneys and stuff like that, and the liver, but she suffered. She suffered for many years. I mean, many years, and the sad part is that I went to the hospital because she's a DNR. She wanted to be, do not resuscitate, and she had. 2 weeks ago, she had 72 pounds of fluid taken from her, which is ridiculous amount. I mean, I just can't even fathom that coming out of someone's body. I don't even know if I should have made this video. I might start crying. I might not. I don't know. She loved me so much. She put me first before anything. And I got the call, and says she's not going to make it, so I have to get down there right away. They want to put her on morphine, a morphine drip, and then add more and more to actually, ease the pain and have her pass on. She didn't want to take that. I'm an hour and 25 minutes from her. She declined to take any morphine or anything until I got there, because she wanted to say how much she loved me before she was completely stoned and out of it. I got there, it was the most horrific thing I've ever seen. Her body was lacking oxygen, which, I mean, her brain was lacking oxygen. So actually she was shaking and shuddering, and, you know, the brain is not functioning properly. It's sparking and unsparked, spark, unsparked. That's what the doctor told me. That's what's happening. She was shaking, I mean, uncontrollably, nerves. The speech was, you know, very stuttering. It was a very scary situation. And I walked into the room, and she said, "You made it. I wanted to tell you I love you before I died." I mean, just seeing, I walked into the room, and after she said that, I walked out and I broke down, because it was such a scary sight. And hearing that, what she had to say, I mean, it broke my heart. Broke my heart. So after about 10 minutes, I came back in the room. She still didn't take the morphine, and here I am, wasting time and making her suffer just a little bit more. But I couldn't help it. I mean, she started ragging on how much she loved me and this and that and this and that, and then she zoned out for about 10 minutes, like basically passed out. I mean, her breathing was a million miles an hour, because she was forcing the air, I guess, to get to her. But I don't know how your body, you know, self-defense in your body, the automatic self-defense mechanism, I don't know, whatever. So she finally just zoned out, and then they started to put the morphine in, and I watched her die. It took 13 hours. I held her hand the whole time. And I was telling her how much I love her during the whole thing. And then at one point I said her name, and I said, "You go to sleep. Just give up." Because I saw her opening her eye, one eye, and then closing it, and then opening one eye and closing it every once in a while. And I knew inside, even though with the morphine, because that makes you zone the fuck out. I mean, that makes you like a zombie. And that's exactly what she was. For 13 hours. I don't know. They say that stuff eating you up inside. If it wasn't the painkiller part of it, you would scream holy hell. Now, as I watched her die, and I felt a relief after sitting there, from when I first got there and broke down so upset, to 13 hours later, relieved. I felt better leaving there. I felt better she wasn't suffering anymore. She was a very religious woman. Very religious woman. Very religious. And I hate to bring religion in here right now, but I'm going to end it with this. I mean, this woman loved you, Jesus Christ. This woman praised you all she could, with everything she got. 30 years of suffering. They say when you want to go to heaven, you got to suffer a lot. I guess after 10 years, she didn't suffer enough. 20 years, she didn't suffer enough. 30 years, she didn't suffer enough. It took a doctor to put her away. They tell me there's a God out there that's going to do stuff like this. God could easily put her out of her misery back then. Or anybody else who's in a worse situation or just as bad a situation. All I know is my aunt now, wherever she may be, there's no more pain. I love you.